So let us convert these percentage values in terms of fraction. Okay, what is 5% in terms of fraction? 5% is nothing but 5 by 100. Yes, now 5 cancels here one time and 5 cancels here 20 times, which means 5% is same as 1 by 20, right? Now similarly, what is 15% in terms of fraction? 15% is nothing but 15 by 100. 15 by 100 means 5 cancels here 3 times and 5 cancels here 20 times, which means 15% is nothing but 3 by 20. What is 36% in terms of fraction? So 36% is nothing but 36 by 100. So 4 cancels here 9 times and 4 cancels here 25 times, which means 36% is same as 9 by 25. What is 48%? 48% is nothing but 48 by 100. Now 4 cancels here 12 times and 4 cancels here 25 times, which means 48% is same as 12 by 25. Now what is 52.5%? Now if you look here, 52.5%, you can't calculate it directly. Why? Because 52.5% is same as 40% plus 12.5%, right? Why? Because 52.5% I can write it as 40% plus 12.5%. I know what is fraction value for 40%. And similarly, what is fraction value for 12.5% as well? 40% fraction value is nothing but 2 by 5. All this we have discussed earlier. Similarly, 12.5 fraction value is 1 by 8. Now, if we take LCM, 5 and 8, LCM is nothing but 40. Now, when you do cross multiplication, 8 2 times 16, 16 plus 5. Now, this is nothing but 21, which means 52.5% in terms of fraction is nothing but 21 by 40. If you observe here, even if you are going to get new percentage values, if you are good in basics, then automatically you can convert them into fractions. It's not a matter. Okay, let's look at some more. 28.33%. Now 28.33% in terms of fraction. Now how can you write 28.33%? 28.33% can be represented as 20% plus 8.33%, right? Now 20% in terms of fraction. 20% in terms of fraction is 1 by 5. Similarly, 8.33 in terms of fraction is nothing but 1 by 12. Why? Because 1 by 12 is 8.33%. So if you take LCM, 5 and 12, LCM is 60. Now 60 means this will be 12 times and this will be 5 times. 12 plus 5, it is going to be 17, which means 28.33% is same as 17 by 60. Okay, let us convert for this also. 112.5%. You guys tried what is 112.5% in terms of fraction. How you can write 112.5%? 112.5% I can write it as 100% plus 12.5%. Yes, 100% is same as 1. That is what we have discussed earlier. Okay, 100% is 1. If it is 2, it's 200%. If it is 3, it's 300%. That is what we have discussed. So I can write 112.5% as 100% plus 12.5%. 100% is nothing but 1 plus 12.5% is nothing but 1 by 8. Now if you add this, it is going to be 9 by 8, which means 112.5% is same as 9 by 8. Similarly, 283.33%. Now 283.33% you can write it as 200% plus 83.33%, and I am writing it clearly in detail. The reason behind this is each and everyone should understand this. That is the reason I am writing all this clearly. So 200% is nothing but 2. Why? Because 100% means 1. So 200% means 2. 83.33. 83.33 in terms of fraction, it is nothing but 5 by 6. So when you add this, 6 2 times 12, 12 plus 5 is 17. So now it is going to be 17 by 6, which means 28.33% is same as 17 by 6. Now let us calculate 363.63%. Now 363.63% is 300%, which is 3 plus 63.63%. 63 is nothing but 9 table. As it is 9 table, you need to come across 1 by 11. 1 by 11 is 9.09%. Now 9 how many times is 63? 9 7 times is 63, which means it should be 7 by 11. Okay, so 63.63 is nothing but 7 by 11. So when you add these numbers, 33 plus 7, which is nothing but 40 by 11. So 363.63% is same as 40 by 11. Similarly, 416.66%. 416 is nothing but 400%, which is 4 plus 16.66%. 16.66% is 1 by 6, right? So 1 by 6. If we calculate this, it is going to be 25 by 6, which means 416.66% is nothing but 25 by 6. Now, what about 587.5%? 587.5% can be written as 500%, which is 5 plus 87.5%. 87.5% is nothing but 7 by 8, right? Now, this is going to be 8 5 times 40 plus 7, 47 by 8, which means 587.5% in terms of fraction is nothing but 47.8. Next, 644.44%. 644.44% in terms of fraction. Now, you can write this as 600, which is 6 plus 44.44%. If the same digit is going to be repeated, when the same digit is going to be repeated, already I told you it is going to be multiple of 1 by 9. 1 by 9 is nothing but 11.11%. Now it is 44.44%, which is 4 by 9. Yes, so this is going to be 4 by 9. So when you add these numbers, 9 6 times 54, 54 plus 4, which is 58. So 58 by 9, which means 644.44% in terms of fraction is nothing but 58 by 9. So this is how you can convert percentage values to fraction. So for all these things, you need to be good at whatever the calculations we have discussed earlier. If you are going to be good in your basics, then obviously you can convert percentage to fraction or fraction to percentage as well. We will discuss some more examples based upon fraction to percentage. Now I have given you fraction values and you are supposed to convert them into percentage. Okay, initially we have converted percentages to fraction. Now what you need to do? You need to convert this fraction to percentage. Very simple. So 1 by 5 fraction in terms of percentage. In terms of percentage, if you need to calculate 1 by 5 into 100. So 1 by 5 into 100. Now this is going to be 20%. Yes. So if it is like converting percentage to fraction, then you are going to divide by 100. If you are going to convert fraction to percentage, then you are going to multiply it with 100. This is the only difference. Okay. So 1 by 5 is nothing but 20%. Similarly, what is 7 by 4? 7 by 4 in terms of percentage. Now, if you observe here, 7 by 4, can I write in this way? 7 by 4 as 4 by 4 plus 3 by 4. Can I write it? Why? Because 7 I am writing as 4 plus 3. Now, 4 by 4 means this is 1. 1 means 100%. Yes or no? Similarly, 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is nothing but 75%. Why? Because already we have learned 3 by 4 is 75%. So 4 by 4 is 1. 1 means 100%. 3 by 4 is 75%. So 100 plus 75%. Now this value is going to be 175%. Yes or no? Either you can calculate them in this way or you can write 7 by 4, 7 by 4 as, in this way also, 7 by 4 can I write it as 8 minus 1 by 4? Yes or no? Why? Because 7 can be written as 8 minus 1. If I write it as 8 minus 1 by 4, now it is going to be 8 by 4 minus 1 by 4. 8 by 4 is nothing but 2. 2 means 200%. Why? Because 1 is 100%. 2 means 200%. Minus 1 by 4 in terms of percentage is 25%. So 200% minus 25%, it is going to be 175%, which means 7 by 4 is going to be 175%. Either you can write them in this way or you can write them in this way. Any of them, both of them will be the same resultant value. So simply what I have done is, I have written 7 as 4 plus 3, or I can write 7 as 8 minus 1. Both of them will give the same resultant value. Okay. So it's up to you. You can calculate in any of the way you like. So 7 by 4 in terms of percentage is nothing but 175%. Let us look at next one. 10 by 3. 10 by 3, I can write it as 9 plus 1 by 3. Why? Because 3 times 9. So 9 means 300%. Okay. Why? Because I am writing 10 as simply 9 plus 1 by 3. 9 plus 1 by 3 means, now if you observe here, 9 by 3 is nothing but 3. 3 means 300% plus 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is nothing but 33.33%. 33.33%, which means total value will be 333.33%, which means 10 by 3 in terms of percentage is nothing but 33.33%. Let us look at 22 by 5%. 5 4 times, it's 20. 5 4 times 20 means it is 400%. Why? Because 4 times means 400%. Plus how much remainder? 2 remainder. 2 by 4 is how much percent? Sorry, 2 by 5 is how much percent? 2 by 5 is nothing but 40%, which means 400 plus 40, it is going to be 440%. Okay. So 22 by 5 in terms of percentage will be 440%. Let us look at this one. 27 by 8 in terms of percentage. So 8 how many times? 8 3 times 24. So 8 3 times 24 means 3 times means 300%. Okay. 8 3 times 24, then how much remainder? 3 remainder. 3 by 8. What is 3 by 8? 3 by 8 is nothing but 37.5%. Why? Because 1 by 8 is 12.5%. 3 by 8 is 37.5%. When you add them, this will be 337.5%. Okay. So converting percentage to fraction or fraction to percentage is very simple once if you are strong in your basics. Okay. Next, 31 by 9. 31 by 9 in terms of percentage. 9 3 times 27. So 3 times means 300%. Okay. So 27 means how much remainder? How much remainder means 4 remainder. 4 by 9. 1 by 9 is 11.11%. So 4 by 9 is nothing but 44.44%. Yes or no? So when you add both of them, this will be 344.44%. Okay. Very simple. Let's look at the next one. 37 by 11. Sorry, 37 by 4. 4 9 times 36. 4 9 times 36 means 9 times means 900% plus 36 means 1 remainder. 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is nothing but 25%. So 900 plus 25. Now this is going to be 925%. Okay. Let's look at the next one. 50 by 9. 50 by 9 in terms of percentage. If we calculate here, 9 5 times 45. So 9 5 times 45 means 500% plus how much remainder? 45 means again 5 remainder. 5 by 9. 1 by 9 is nothing but 11.11%. If 1 by 9 is 11.11%, 5 by 9 is nothing but 55.55%. So when you add it together, this will be 555.55%. 5%. Okay, so converting fraction to percentage or percentage to fraction is very simple once if you are good in your basics, and you will calculate for this number 69 by 11. Now we have a fraction value, you need to convert them in terms of fraction. Okay, so you try it and convert the value in terms of percentage. So all these are very simple and very basic points, and the reason for discussing all these basics is, once if your basics are strong, then obviously solving any pattern of question will be very simple to us. Okay, let's look at the next one. So we have some examples here. What we'll be doing is like, we'll be calculating these examples. Okay, and if you observe here, we are going to calculate these examples very fast once if you are going to remember the percentage values in terms of fraction. If you are going to remember the fraction value, then you can calculate these numbers in just fraction of seconds. Okay, let us calculate 83.33% of 480. So what is 83.33%? 83.33% is nothing but 5 by 6. So 5 by 6 into 480. Now look here, 480 cancels in 6 how many times? So 6 80 times is nothing but 480. Yes. Now 80 into 5. So 80 into 5 is nothing but 400, which means 83.33% of 480 is nothing but 400. Now this is just a fraction of second. Even you not do this calculation also. Just for the purpose of understanding, I have shown this calculation. If you just remember 83.33% as 5 by 6, you can directly calculate it and you can say the answer, even you not represent this one. Okay. So let us look at the next one. 77.77% of 450. What is 77.77%? Already I have told you 11.11 is 1 by 9. Then 77.77 is nothing but 7 by 9. Yes or no? So 7 by 9 into 450. Okay, 7 by 9 into 450. So 450 cancels in 9 how many times? 50 times. So 7 into 50, that is nothing but 350, which means 77.77% of 450 is nothing but 350. Just fraction of seconds. Let us look at this one. 45.45% of 264. What is 45.45%? 45.45 means 9 table. 9 table means it should be a multiple of 1 by 11. 1 by 11 is 9.09%. Now this is 45.45. Now it is going to be 5 by 11. So 5 by 11 into 264. Now 264 cancels in 11 how many times? 24 times. 24 into 5. Now this is going to be 120. Yes or no? Just fraction of seconds. Once if you are good at basic things, these calculations can be done much faster. That is the reason we are going to discuss even basics very detailed. Why? Because once if you are going to be strong in your basics, then obviously calculating this is going to be really simple. If I am not good at basics, then calculating these numbers is going to be really complicated. Let us look at the next one. 58.33% of 360. Now what is 58.33%? Already we know what is 58.33. 58.33% is nothing but 7 by 12. So 7 by 12 into 360. So 360 cancels in 12 how many times? 30 times. 7 into 30, answer is nothing but 210. Okay, just as simple as that. Let us look at the next one. 87.5% of 248. 87.5% in terms of fraction. In terms of fraction, 87.5% is 7 by 8 into 248. So 248 cancels in 8 how many times? Cancels here 31 times. So 7 into 31 is nothing but 217, which means 87.5% of 248 is nothing but 217. Let us look at this one. 72.22% of 216. Now if you observe, we don't have direct value for 72.22%. As we don't have direct value, 72.22% can be written as 50% plus 22.22%. Yes or no? Why? Because 72.22% we don't have direct value. So you can write it as 50% plus 22.22%. 50% is 1 by 2 plus 22.22% is nothing but 2 by 9. Why? Because 1 by 9 is 11.11%. So 22.22% is 2 by 9. So if you calculate this one, LCM is going to be 18. Now this is going to be 9 plus 4. So 9 plus 4 means this is going to be 13. Okay. So fraction value of 72.22% is nothing but 13 by 18. So 13 by 18 into 216. Now 216 cancels in 18 how many times? 12 times. So 13 into 12. It is nothing but 130 plus 26. So 130 plus 26, it is going to be 156. Very, very simple. Even if you does not have percentage value directly, you should be capable of converting them into a value which is known to us by the values which are already known to us. Okay. Why? Because we already know what is 50% and what is 22.22%. Just convert it. If we convert it, we came to know that value is nothing but 13.8. So once if you know it is 13 by 8. Once if you know the fraction is 13 by 8, calculate it, you will get the answer. Okay. Let us look at this one. 227.27%. Now 227.27%, I can write it as 200% plus 27.27%. So 200% is nothing but 2 plus 27.27. Now this is 9 table. 9 table means it should be a multiple of 1 by 11. 9 how many times 3? 9 how many times 27? 3 times. Now it is going to be 3 by 11. Yes or no? Which means if you add these numbers, 11 2 times 22, 22 plus 3, 25. So it is going to be 25 by 11. Which means 227.27% is nothing but 25 by 11. So 25 by 11 into 374. Yes or no? Now if you calculate this, 374 cancels in 11 how many times? 34 times. Okay. Now 25 into 34. 25 30 times 750. 25 4 times 100. So 750 plus 100, it is going to be 850. Which means 227.27% of 374 is nothing but 850. Let us look at the last one. 341.66% of 372 is how much? Now 341.66%, I can write this as, observe here carefully, I can write this as 300% plus 41.66%. So 300% is nothing but 3 plus 41.66% is nothing but 5 by 12. Why? Because 5 by 12 is nothing but 41.66%. If you multiply this, if you add these numbers, 12 3 times 36, 36 plus 5 is 41, 41 by 12. Which means 341.66% is nothing but 41 by 12 into 372. Right? Now cancel here. 372 cancels in 12 how many times? So cancels here 12 30 times, it is going to be 360. Okay, then you are left out with how much more? 360 means 12 30 times it will be 360. You are left out with 12 more, so 31 times. So what is 41 into 31? So 41 into 31 is nothing but 41 30 times is nothing but 1230. 41 one time is nothing but 41. When you add this, it is going to be 1271. Yes or no? Very, very simple. Just what you need to do is you need to be good at your basics. Once if you are good at basics, obviously you can calculate these numbers in just fraction of seconds. And truly speaking, we need not use pen and paper to calculate this. But the only reason behind this is as everyone should understand this clearly, that is the reason all I have shown here how to calculate these values using fractions. But once if you are good at your calculations, you can directly calculate them. Why? Because if I know 45.45% is 5 by 11, 5 by 11 into 264. So 264 cancels in 11 24 times, 5 into 24 is 120. Once if I am good at calculations, I can do it directly. I need not show all this. Why? Because in examination point of view, no one asks you to show all the calculations. Just the thing is if you know the fraction value directly, you can place the fraction value directly and you can calculate it much faster. Okay. So let us look at next one more concept. Now whatever the concept we are going to discuss, even this is like very simple and important as well. And the reason for concentrating on basics more is, once your basics are strong, then you can solve all the concepts. That is the reason basics are really important. Okay. So let us look at one more thing. Let us example, if someone asks you what is 30% of 30% of 40%. 30% of 40%. Why? Because in percentages you are going to come across percentage of percentage calculations, saying like 70% of 90%, 20% of 40%, 30% of 60%, 80% of 90%. You are going to come across these calculations. As you are going to come across these calculations, you need to be really fast in these calculations. You can't waste time here. Okay. So how to calculate 30% of 40%? Generally what we will do is like 30% is nothing but 30 by 100. Of is nothing but multiplication. 40% is nothing but 40 by 100. Okay. Now calculate this. When you calculate this, 0 0 gets cancelled, 0 0 gets cancelled. Then finally you are left with 3 into 4. That is nothing but 12 divided by 100. Yes or no? Why? Because you have 100. Now 12 by 100, can I say it as 12%? Yes or no? Which means 30% of 40% is same as 12%. But in examination point of view, can you do all this calculation examination? No, we don't have time to do all this calculation. Then how to do percentage of percentage calculations much faster? So it is very simple. Just observe here carefully. Whenever you come across percentage of percentage calculation, simply what you need to do is like, after one digit keep a decimal point. If you observe here, after one digit, if I am going to keep a decimal point, now look here, this is 3.0. Now this is 4.0. Okay. Just what I have done is, after one digit I have placed a decimal point. So when I place after one digit decimal point, now it is going to be 3.0%, 4.0%. Now multiply both these numbers. So multiply this. When you multiply this one, 3% into 4%. So 3% into 4% is nothing but 12%. Then why to do all this calculation? Yes or no? So that is reason, whenever you come across percentage of percentage calculations, after one digit place a decimal point and multiply both the numbers. When you multiply both the numbers, then percentage of percentage calculation will become really simple. You will not do all this. Okay. So I will give you some more examples. We will do that. Very, very simple. Why? Because in examination, percentage of percentage calculations we are going to come across. So let us look at some more examples. Let us example 20% of 70% is how much? Say it, 20% of 70% is how much? Similarly, 80% of 90% is how much? Okay. 60% of 80% is how much? Similarly, 45% of 20%. 45% of 20% is how much? Similarly, 55% of 30% is how much? So all these are nothing but percentage of percentage calculations. How to do these calculations faster? As I have told you, just to place one digit decimal point after one digit. Look here, after one digit I am placing a decimal point. Okay, after one digit I am placing decimal point. Very simple calculation. After one digit keep a decimal point and multiply. 2 sevens, how much? 14. So this is 14%. Next, 8 9 times, how much? 72. Now this is 72%. Next, 6 8 times, how much? 48. Now this is 48%. Now observe here, this is 4.5, this is 2. 4.5 into 2, now this is going to be 9%. Similarly, if you observe here, 5.5 into 3. So 5.5 into 3 is nothing but 16.5%. Okay. So very simple. Whenever you come across percentage of percentage calculations, just what you need to do is like after one digit keep a decimal point and multiply the numbers directly. If someone asks you what is 70% of 90%, 70% of 90% is nothing but 63%. What I have done? Simply I have placed decimal point after one digit. Then it is going to be 7 into 9. 7 9 times is 63. So I can directly say the value as 63%. Yes or no? So it is reason whenever you come across percentage of percentage. So whenever you come across percentage of percentage, just you follow this one. Keep a decimal point after one digit and multiply these numbers. When you multiply these numbers, then calculating percentage of percentage will become really simple. Now some of you guys may have a doubt. What happens if these values are in terms of decimals? Yes, even if you have in terms of decimals, you do not worry about that. What we will be doing is like if you are having the values in terms of decimals, then you will be using fraction value. When we are going to use the fraction value, then the same calculations can be done much faster. We will discuss about them when we are trying to solve the questions. Okay. So let us look at next one as well. One more important concept. Now all these are like basic things. One more important one. Observe carefully. Now what happened is in examination, sometimes you are going to get questions in this way. If a number is increased, if a number is increased by 25%, if a number is increased by 25%, then it is, if a number is increased by 25%, then it is 60. What is the original number? What is the original number? Very simple. Okay. What is original number? Now even these type of questions also comes in examination. So question is, if a number is increased by 25%, then it is 60. What is the original number? Now if you look at this, if I need to solve this question normally, what I will do is like original number. Original number is nothing but always 100%. So original number is 100%. Increased number or decreased number. In this question it is increased. So increased number. So increased number is nothing but, as the number is increased by 25%, initially 100%. After increment of 25%, increased number is nothing but 125%. Yes or no? Now you know what is 125% and you are asked to calculate what is original number, which means what is 100%. Now what we generally do is like, as we know increased number is 125%, so 125% is equal to 60. Why? Because after increment of 25%, then it is 60. Then it is 60 means after increment the number is going to be 60. So 125% is 60. If 125% is 60, my question is what is original number? Original number is nothing but 100%. So 100% is what? So when you calculate this, what happened? 25 cancels here how many times? 5 times. 25 cancels here 4 times. Okay. Now 60 cancels in 5 how many times? 12 times. So 4 into 12. So 4 into 12, it is nothing but 48. Which means if increased number is 60, original number is nothing but 48. But in examination point of view, if you are going to do in this way, then it is going to consume lot of time. Either you can do in this way or you can do the same calculation much faster. Then how to do the same calculation much faster? Observe here carefully. So very simple, and even many of the guys will get confused in this concept. Now this concept is very simple. Why? Because the applications of this concept is going to be useful in many other topics like time and work, time and distance, many other topics. Now let us example 20%. 20% in terms of fraction is nothing but 1 by 5. Now, when I say like a number is increased by 20%, when I say a number is increased by 20%, the meaning is, now whenever you look here, in the fraction denominator always represent original number. Denominator always represent original number. So, original number is 5 parts and numerator represents increment or decrement depending upon the question. If it is increment, you will do addition. If it is increment, you will do addition. If it is decrement or decrease, then you will do subtraction. Simple. That's it. Nothing more than that. If it is increase, you will do plus. If it is decrease, you will do minus. Now, if you observe here, 20% is nothing but 1 by 5. When I say a number is increased by 20%, the meaning is original number is going to be 5 parts. Why? Because original number is nothing but denominator. Increased number is going to be 5 plus 1, that is 6 parts. Now, this is really important. Okay. Now, this numerator is nothing but incremented value or decremented value. When I say increase by 20%, this numerator represents 20%. When I say decreased by 20%, this numerator represents decrease 20%. Now, what you will do? If it is increment, you will do plus. If it is decrement, you will do minus. Now, always you will take denominator as original value. Numerator is nothing but incremented value or decremented value. When I say original number is 5 parts and if the number is increased by 20%, the meaning is as it increased by 20%, new number is nothing but 1 plus 5, 6 parts. That is what I have written here. Original number is 5 parts. Why? Because always denominator is nothing but original number. If original number is 5 parts, increased number is nothing but 6 parts. 5 plus 1, 6 parts. If the question is saying instead of increase by 20%, if it is not increase and if it is going to be decrease by 20%. When it is decreased by 20%, now this is going to be minus. If it is minus, original number will be 5. But now this is not increased number. This is going to be decreased number. Decreased number is nothing but 5 minus 1. Now not plus 1, 5 minus 1. Now this is going to be 4 parts. Okay. This is very important concept. So just remember, whenever you are representing in terms of fraction, whatever the value you have in the denominator, it's nothing but original value. Original value is nothing but whatever the value you have in the denominator. And whatever the new value you need, whether it is incremented value or decremented value. If it is incremented value, you will be taking it as plus. If it is decremented, you will be taking it as minus. Okay. So I will discuss some more examples so that you will be getting a clear idea. Let us example, a number is increased by 83.33%. Okay. Number is increased by 83.33%. What is 83.33%? 83.33% is 5 by 6. Now when I say increased means plus. Okay. Which means original number is nothing but 6 parts. If original number is 6 parts, why? Because denominator is always original number. If original number is 6 part, increased number is nothing but 6 plus 5, 11 parts. 6 plus 5, 11 parts. Okay. So simply, if I say like increased number is 121. If increased number is 121, what is the original number? I ask you, what is the original number? Now look here. If increased number is 121, 11 parts is 121. And I asked you, what is the original number? Which means 6 parts is what? Now what we will do? 11 how many times? 11 times is 121. Now similarly, 6 11 times is 66. Which means original number is 66. So what happens is, in examinations, they will give original number and they will ask us either incremented number or decremented number. If it is incremented number, what you need to do is like you need to add this numerator value to the denominator. If it is decremented number, they need to subtract this from the subtract the numerator value from the denominator. Simple example, look here. If I say like a number is decreased, a number is decreased by 25%. When I say a number is decreased by 25%, 25% in terms of fraction is 1 by 4. Now original number is going to be 4. As it is decreased, this is going to be minus. So new number is going to be 4 minus 1, that is nothing but 3 parts. So these 3 parts will be your new number and these 4 parts will be your original number. So simply just know one point, whenever you are trying to represent values in terms of fraction, whenever you are representing values in terms of fraction, whatever the value you have in the denominator is nothing but simply 100%, and the numerator value is nothing but incremented value or decremented value. Now in this, if you observe here, in 5 by 6, 6 is nothing but 100%, 6 is 100%, and 5 is nothing but 83.33%. Why? Because when I say incremented by 83.33%, denominator is always 100%. Why? Because original number is 100%. Incremented number is 83.33%. So that is the reason original number is 6, incremented by 83.33%, which is 5 parts. Then new number will be 6 plus 5, 11 parts. Similarly, even here as well. Now this 4 parts is nothing but original number, which is 100%. And this 1 part is nothing but decreased by how much? 25%. Now this 1 part is nothing but 25%. That is the reason whenever you have fraction values, in fraction values, whatever you have in the denominator, it is nothing but original number. So original number is always 100%. And whatever the value you have in the denominator value is nothing but either incremented value or decremented value. If it is incremented, then you are supposed to take it as plus. If it is decremented, you need to take it as minus. So that is the reason when I say a value is decreased by 25%, original value is 4 parts, then new value is nothing but 3 parts. Why? Because it is decreased by 25%. Decreased means 4 minus 1, that is 3 parts. So original number is 4 parts and decreased number is going to be 3 parts. Okay. So these are nothing but basics, whatever that are required to solve questions which are going to come in topic percentages. So what we will be doing is like, so once if your basics are clear, then we are going to solve the different pattern of questions that are going to come in examinations. And look here, all you guys need to be really strong in your basics. So once if you are good in these basics, then solving any pattern of questions that are going to come in percentages or application of percentages will be really simple. So that is the reason each and everyone should learn these basics.